Hi guys, Sarah here, and today I'm going to show you how to do a quick little isometric ocean in Affinity Designer using the lovely isometric tools. And we're starting by just setting up the grid. We're going to go show grid, and I'm going to bring this down to I think about 15. My canvas size is 1920 by 1080, so a 15 pixel spacing works really well. And I'm going to go with that. Click close. And then I'm just going to zoom in and decide where to put my ocean. So with the top plane selected, I'm going to go edit in plane. And I shall draw my, well, not my ocean. I'm going to start with a beach. Maybe have a little bit of a beach over here and the rest will just be ocean. Just as an idea of how I do the oceans sometimes. I've done a few different kinds of oceans, but this kind is, I don't know, I think I like this kind. That I will show you. I will show you. Okay, so that is a perfect square. A perfect square ocean, I think, is a good idea. Let's do, what are we at? 390 by 390. Let's do my options are 390 or 405. Kind of wanted a nice rounder number, so let's go 430, 450. 450 it is. Okay. Nice and enormous. Okay. Now I'm going to build the side plane, which I might change later, as well as the front plane, which I also might change later when I decide what I want to do with these two sides. Regardless, I'm going to have the beach over in this area and the rest will be ocean. So I will make this a nice oceany color. I think I like that bluey color. And this will be a slightly lighter bluey color. I might make this one a bit darker at some point. But for now, I think that works. Okay, so we're going to do a tiny little bit of beach in here, and then we'll start the ocean. So to do that, I'm just going to grab the pencil tool, and I'm going to make sure the stabilizer up here is clicked, which it is now. Which basically just stabilizes your pencil. You can't even see that though because I didn't have a stroke on. So let's put a stroke on so you can see how it draws, and it just kind of stabilizes your line, which is really nice. I really like using the stabilizer. It makes it a bit smoother. And if you don't have the stabilizer on, it's actually not too bad. But by comparison, garbage. Okay, let's get our pencil back and put our stabilizer on so we can build our beach. So I'm going to draw maybe about here and just kind of wavy waves until I'm happy with it. And then I'm going to bring it back here, and this is going to be nothing. And then over here and try to get it as close as possible to completely closing up there. And then I will give it a beachy color. That's not a beachy color. Let's make this actually slightly lighter. And then this can be a bit darker. I don't actually want to have the strokes or any strokes in this. It's just I need it for the stabilizer tool. So let's see. That's our second. I think, yeah, I might change the colors later, but I think having the gradient out and then it'll turn to the blue oceany color will hopefully work. But we'll have to wait and see. So now we're going to cut this up. So I bring my rectangle tool and just bring it to there. Duplicate that by holding, what am I holding? Alt. Holding Alt and just dragging it. And then I'm going to just cut it so it's nice and perfect. So we'll go subtract from there, put this on the top and select both of those and subtract again. So I've got a nice little beachy part that fits in there, and then I can do the same with the next layer. So now I'm going to start with the ocean, and again, I didn't select stroke, so that sucks. So it's not going to be perfect, but I've done this a few times now, so I can kind of eyeball where it's going to be. Let's go with, what's this color? I'll do that, but whiter. No, not whiter, bluer. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Right about maybe a little greener. Ooh, yes, that's the one. I like that a lot. Okay. A nice little baby blue. Okay, there's not a lot of waves to that actually. Maybe I'll go in and adjust some of, nope, too wavy. Adjust some of those beautiful waves. Okay, that'll do. Maybe I can adjust some of these. Oh, the points are so tiny. Am I able to adjust those? Okay, maybe I'm not. We gotta use these like that, and next time just draw it better. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do the top boxes so I can cut it again, and top boxes over here, and subtract, bring this to the top and subtract again. So I've got my little ocean started here. And now, of course, we're going to do all of that again. But this time, I'm going to remember to give it a stroke so I know what my thing's doing here. I'm going to make it gray. Okay, let's have it about here. And make it wavy. And bring it all the way down to here. And match it up right there. And now I'm going to give it a lovely color, a fill color of a little bit darker, like about there. Beauty. And sometimes if you get lazy, you can just duplicate one of these layers, bring it to the top, and make it a darker color, which works. And then if you don't want it to match exactly what you have over here, you can just go flip horizontal. Oh, that didn't work. Flip vertical and plane. That didn't work quite as well. I wanted to flip. Maybe we rotate it. Not quite. It's not quite working. Okay, I did this yesterday and I'm pretty sure it worked where I could just flip it, but it doesn't seem to want to be working the same way I had envisioned in my mind. And that's fine. Maybe we can go transform, flip horizontally. You know what? I've messed it up. Ignore all of that. I did it wrong. Just pretend that didn't happen, everyone. But you still can do that. If you want to just duplicate it, that's totally fine. No one will probably know as long as it's not right next to each other. So now we're going to draw again, and I need to have my stroke selected and my beachy waves. Get back and draw that, and oh, got my already darker color selected, so that works. Nice. I love the gradient, the beachy gradient. It's so pretty. Now I didn't do the cutoff at the top here, so I will go back in. Make sure that's nice and aligned because I've got all my snapping stuff on. What have I got? I've got snapping and force pixel alignment on. Yes. So I'm going to duplicate that over here. And I'm just going to do the same subtract, bring this to the top. The reason I bring it to the top is because if you don't and you subtract it, the wrong thing gets subtracted. So I want this on the top. And subtract from that, and then I'm going to draw it again like so. Duplicate it. Oh, I stretched and not duplicate. Where are we? We're at this guy. Were we at that guy? Yeah, we were at that guy. Okay. And bring that back to the top and subtract. All right, now we're going to do, I think, maybe a few more. Okay, stroke. Got to remember that stroke. All right. Now there's a bit of, I want a bit more variety in these lines. So I might make this one a bit more crazy and whooshy, if that makes any sense. I mean, it's waves. Whooshy is a good adjective, I guess. So let's grab that color, make it the fill, and then make it a bit darker. Ooh, look at that darkness. Beautiful. I really love this color transition. That's really nice. Well, I'm kind of worried about that. Because I am going to put more shapes, more wavy kind of things inside here. But we'll see how that works. It should hopefully work. So duplicate that. Oh, no, I didn't duplicate it. I just dragged it. Okay. And subtract. Bring to top and subtract. And if I want, I can always go in here and just delete that. That actually works. And we'll just make this a bit curvier. Okay, cool. I like that. We like that. I say, having no idea what anyone watching this likes. I forgot the stroke. I do this every time. Okay. Okay, that could work. I went too far and back. Okay. So this should be maybe that darkness. Or is that too dark? Maybe I'll just grab this color and see if we'll just make that a little bit darker, but not too much. That's actually fairly close, but not quite. Okay, I think that works. Kind of got like a bluey to greeny thing going on, or at least on my monitor. It's kind of like a bluey green. Your monitor's probably going to show something slightly different because that's how monitors work, and that's fine. But as long as you're not seeing like pinks and purples, and I think we're fine. And let's do the final, which I cannot see, unfortunately, because I've moved it to the bottom. Is that right? Let's see. I think it was there. And subtract. Lovely. Okay, so we've got our deep ocean in here. I'm going to change this. I'm going to select that and then get a slightly darker color. Okay, maybe like a much darker color. Maybe that's too dark. Maybe right there. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same with this, where it'll be that, but not quite as dark. Nope. Maybe I'll make this one darker then. A lot of color adjusting when I do these. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to do is actually give the ocean some, I guess, some depth. And I do mean by just extending these out. So I'm going to bring this down quite a bit. Maybe about here. And then I'll bring this down as well to match it. But then I'm going to make this shallow because it's a beach and it should be shallow. So let's go convert to curves and just drag that up. And how is that? Maybe there? I like 2. That works. Okay, and then let's see what that looks like without our guides. That's pretty nice. This might be a bit big though. I'm kind of worried about that. Like maybe it should be, yeah, it should be down there. Okay, so let's get our guides back. And we're gonna move that just down to about there. And then we'll extend this guy out to there in our really sloppy way of doing that because it honestly doesn't matter. And then we'll bring up our top plane thingy. And I'll cut this off again like that. Hurrah! Hurrah. Okay. That seems a bit more balanced. My balanced ocean. Okay. So that is the first main part is just getting the colors sorted and then your lovely little waves in and then the shape of the whole thing. And then the next thing I'm going to do is give the ocean waves themselves a little bit more, I guess, detail. So to start, I'm going to zoom in on my back beach, actually. It's in the back. And I'm going to do basically the same thing I have been doing. I'm going to use the pencil with the stabilizer. I'm going to remember to give it a stroke. And then I'm just going to draw a little, oh, too close. Little beachy things. Little beachy things that match up with each other. Sort of. I think that works. I would like them to be fairly curved. So hopefully that will be. When it's no, I made it worse. Did I make it worse? Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't look like garbage when I switch it around. It looks bad. I'm going to delete that and start again. Let's go again. And it's very narrow here. That's why it's a bit tricky. So why don't we start here? And I'm keeping it nice and wavy, just like I did with the waves themselves. And nice and slow. And okay, aligns, hopefully. And then I'm going to do that again, literally everywhere. Okay, so the next one we'll do is over here. Nice and wavy. Nice and wavy. This part's going to get very tedious, I'm sorry. But, I mean, if you're following along, then it's less tedious because you're doing it too. So hopefully it's fun regardless. Okay, those are all a bit weird, but I like them. So let's select them all, make them this color, get rid of the stroke, and then make them just slightly lighter, just ever so slightly lighter. And you know what? I don't actually need the grid for this. So why is it even on? I don't need it. Okay. I like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing one more time, just inside. So let's give it a stroke again so I can see what I'm actually doing. And just draw. That doesn't align, but it'll have to do. Boop. I said boop. There we go. It booped. And then we're going to do it again. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh, that was like a V. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't use the stabilizer for this part because it gets really tricky when it's like, oh gosh. What is that nonsense? Nope. Bye. Never mind what I said about the stabilizer. Yeah, I need that. And I'm sure there's probably a way I can make it a bit nicer, like smoothing, but I'm not really sure. And stabilizer seems to work pretty well to get the look I need. And I forgot the stroke again. So let's try that again. Okay, why is it not? It's not giving me a stroke even though I have stroke selected. Hey, what's up, guys? What's this doing? Okay, there we go. Thank you. Let's do that again. Oh, it's such a small area. Oh, goodness. Okay. Try that again on the next part. You know, maybe I'll just zoom in. That would probably help. Let's get the pencil. Yep, this actually helps. Who would have thought? Okay, now we zoom out. And then the same thing I did before. I'm going to select all three of these. I'm going to select this top color here as only the fill and no stroke, and then make it just a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. Okay, now we're basically at a white. But it just adds a little bit more depth and detail. And we're going to basically do that with everything in here. And it should hopefully look really cool when we're done. Or at least that's the idea. But I guess we'll have to see. So I like how that looks so far. So let's move on to the beachy beach. And then we're going to head out into the ocean. And I'm not super sure what I'm going to do with the side here. Usually I just drop it down completely. But maybe I'll do waves down the side this time instead. That could be fun. So let's get our color and let's draw something in right here. And then the next one will be here. Okay. And, oh, that one's nice. It curved really well. Now this next one's going to be a bit tricky because it's very narrow. Ooh, maybe I'll just do one small one there and then another slightly smaller one here. Okay, that works. And select them all. Give me my beach color, flip it to the front or flip it to fill, make it a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. Nope, not white. Not white. And maybe we zoom in again because again, it is a lot easier when you're doing detailing work if you're not zoomed far away, which is very obvious. Okay. And now we do this again. We get our color back. And I might not do a second layer for these ones because there's not a lot of stuff or there's not a lot of space. Kind of went a bit crazy with that one. So let's try that one. And, ooh, this one's so narrow too. Oh, I don't like how flat that edge is actually. It needs to be beachy and wavy and happy and cool, and that's just too flat. Yeah, that's slightly better, I think. Okay. Now let's get our pencil back and draw it back in loop-de-loop and connect. And then again, draw it. And, oh no, too close to the edges. Too close. Okay, there we go. And yeah, I'm going to leave the other two because I might decide to do that later. But right now, I think they're just a bit small and they don't need it. So let's make that a little bit lighter. Not that light, just a little light. And then fix any sharp edges like this because we don't want sharp edges. We're on a beach. We're not on a modern house. We're on a beach. So this one's way too sharp. Way too sharp. Okay, let's make you less sharp. Beautiful, like a little egg. Delightful. Okay, so that is what we have for our beach so far. And I think we actually do need, yeah, it's kind of looking a little not great without the second layers in there. But what we can do is do some duplication. So I'm going to duplicate this, bring it to the top, select that color, and smoosh it. Nope. That kind of works, and I'll tilt it just a little bit like that. I am still on the isometric plane, so the rotation's going to be a little bit off unless I take that off. And what about these two? Any of those I can grab? No, I may just have to manually draw it. Okay, let's manually draw. Oh, I've done it again. Actually, that's not too bad, so we'll leave that. Now that's an egg. Okay, let's do this color here and make that align nicely with that. And we'll draw another one over here using a color I can see. Oh, it's so teeny. Oh, boop. Okay. And we want that as the fill color, not the stroke color, although that totally works. Okay, now we're going to back up, zoom. Yeah, that looks better. Just a little bit more detailing in there. All right, now we're out into the ocean. And again, we can kind of duplicate some of these, make them bigger, not use them at all. See if any of these fit in any different spots. Because it's always a bit quicker to just use what you have and not have to make new stuff. As long as it doesn't look like you're just copying everything. No one wants that. Okay, let's bring this up here. Yeah, see, it's not exact copy, but it is. So there, yeah, slight changes. Like the levels in Dragon Age 2. They're the same. You know they are. But they're all just slightly different. Unfortunately, not different enough. Okay. Now, this color, what do I want this color? I want that to be lighter without a stroke. And no, actually maybe a bit lighter than that. I want it to be really subtle. Really super subtle. So bring it a tiny bit lighter. And then we'll make this on the top even lighter than that. Lovely. And okay. And then I think that works. Okay, now I don't know if I need to do more voiceover for this next part, because you've seen what I'm doing, and I'm basically just going to do that to all of this. There's nothing new. So I think I'm going to speed up this next part and show you what I do. Okay, so now the wavy detail part is pretty much done. you can see how it adds a lot of detail to the ocean. Although I'm not sure if I should have maybe done these ones a bit darker, just because they are kind of standing out, and the idea of these is to be quite subtle. So let's just recolor these ones so they look like they are a bit more deep ocean-y. There we go. Okay. Now the last thing, well, maybe not the last thing, but one of the last things I want to do is do this side here. Now, rather than just having it go straight down, for example, which I've done previously, basically I can just draw a line down there. I think I want to make it a wavy as well, because I think that might be fun. So I'm going to do more pencil, and I'm just going to draw on the waviness. So, and again, oh my goodness, it is constant. Let's get that stroke of white so I can see what I'm doing, and just try to align it perfectly with that, and bring it down, and then everything else doesn't really matter because I'm going to be cutting it off anyway, if that makes sense. So we've got one waviness, and to show you what I'm going to do with that, I'm just going to swap that, and then I will draw on my other shapes here. So, oh, we didn't go edit in plane, so let's edit, or yeah, edit in plane. Oh, white is actually messing with me right now. Okay, so let's go with this bluey color, and we're going to chop that off. And then we need our side plane because it's right on the corner here. I'm going to chop that off. And then we need our last front plane. Nope, not what we need. I need to manually do this one because we are not using something standard here. Okay, why don't I just do that? There we go. That may have been a quicker option for everything I was doing. Okay, well, maybe use that in the future. What did I do? I did the divide. Okay, so divide divides up everything. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Maybe I'll use that again. Okay, so I'm just making that a tiny bit darker. And then I'm going to do the next one. Now, I'm wondering if I should have done this maybe starting up here rather than at the bottom, just based on how I'm going to layer this. So why don't I start over here? And yeah, probably should have started over there. Okay, so let's draw in our beachy beach, our wavy beach, and we'll start it right on that dot, and let's see, draw it in like so, and we'll give it orange because why not? And that doesn't look like it fit perfectly, but very close. Very, very close. Okay. Oh. Okay, maybe we need to zoom in for this. And let's do our top. Okay, now I'm trying to think out how this is going to work. So I want the waves going this way. Although if we're building it this way, then maybe I don't need that at all. Okay, so we'll do this as that, but slightly darker. And then, yeah, okay, scrap that. And then I'm going to build going this way. Okay. Let's see, front plane, and then let's try it with this, like that, and like that, and meet it over here. Okay, I think that will work. Going hopefully the right way now. So let's bring that into that color, but make it slightly darker. And then we will go top to there, and we'll cut that out. And I don't have the bottom yet, but I will do cut with those two, divide, and it fits nicely, although I think I've messed up my edge here a little bit. So I'll just manually bring that over there until it's perfect. That's not perfect. You have to get real close in here to make it perfect. And the reason it's not perfect is because I've got my snapping on. So let's take off that. Okay, that's much better. Okay, and then I'm going to have this one overlap that one. Okay, I think I've got it. I think I've wrapped my head around how to do this. Because I don't usually do the side with the wavy patterns because it's a bit tricky. But, I mean, now that I know how to do it, it's not really that bad. So, let's build our next fronty wave starting right here and do our wavies down, back up and around and over here. And we'll make that a slightly darker color of this little blue here. And what are we going to do? What did I do? I did top. And then, I need my guides back on. Otherwise, this is not going to align to my grid. And can I do that? And no, I cannot do that. Okay. Let's back that up. Okay, well, let's do this one and this one. Nope, just subtract. What is that? What is that? Oh, okay. I did something weird there. Okay, we're gonna go way back because I'm not sure what I pressed there. Okay. When did I divide that? Well, I did. Oh yeah, that's the overtop. Never mind. Okay. I'm pressing a lot of redos here. Okay, let's get this back on track. We'll get this up here and then subtract. And we've got that. And then this one actually needs to cut in with this. That's why. Not the other one. Ugh, okay. It needs to cut in with both, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay, hence the confusion here. But then this needs to be the same as that. So I'm going to add those two together and get rid of that. Okay, and then I'm going to go right back in here, take off my pixel alignment, and just get rid of this little thing. Okay, what are you doing? Let's just align you there. Okay, what is that? There's random lines here. Oh my goodness. What is all this randomness? Okay. I don't even know. I don't know. Okay. Next, wavy blueness. I really should have tried to make these blues right on the edges. It does make it a lot easier, but I didn't. So we're stuck with doing it the tricky way. What is that line? Go away, line. Nobody likes you. Thank you. Bye. Okay. That was mean. I'm sorry. Let's go right over here. Wavy, 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 wavy. Down to here. Wavy, 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 wavy. And back around. Oh, I went too far. Right to here. Make it the blue. And then a little bit darker. And then we're going to zoom out. Zoom out. Oh, I do like it with the wavies. That's kind of fun. Let's get back on the top here. Turn my guides on so it snaps right there and subtract. And I've got another weird like line thing coming up over here. Oh, whatever. Okay. So we're going to take this away from that, I guess. But then this away from that. And then bring this over into here, and we're going to add those together again and get rid of the weird stuff here. Okay, that worked. And I hope all of that was followable, because that was weird. Okay. Oh no, I've got my guides on, so it's not going to let me match that up perfectly. Once again. Okay, there we go. Zoom out completely. And only a few more to go. And I might just keep that where it is. Okay. Is that aligning over here? No, but we can fix that later. Okay. 2 more wavy bits. We've got this one up here. So let's wavy down it to here. Wavy, 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 wavy. All the way down to it here and back up here and around. I've just abandoned having a stroke at this point on the shapes. Not having a real stroke. That could still happen depending on how stressful this is. I'm kidding, it's not that stressful. I'm making a beach. I'm making a beach. It's really not that stressful at all. It's only stressful when you're trying to do something and you're like, I know how to do this. And you realize, you know, at some point down the line, there was a much easier way of doing it that you just didn't know. And for shame. But I am still learning Affinity Designer. And all I've really been learning so far is isometric illustration. So this is where I've been. You know, I'm just going to not cut off the bottom part, and I'm just going to go right into the next wavy part right here. Wavy, wavy, wavies over here, and bring it back. Make it dark like this one. A little bit darker. And I'm just going to bring that up to the top so it bumps right up against there. And then I'm going to draw my top back. Top, and I need to do just this one. So let's cut that one, bring this one back up to the top. And where are we going? Oh, do I no longer have a thingy behind this? That's possible. Fun. Okay, let's bring that up to there. Let's make a little fun shape here. We'll do it in this color. I'll duplicate it. Oh, does that not align? That should have aligned perfectly. There, okay. Zoom out once again. And I will get rid of this, duplicate that again. And, okay. That one, oh, that one's already pretty aligned. But we'll do this one, this one, this one, this one. Is that gonna work? Is this working? Yeah, kind of, except for these lines that we've got going on. Yeah, it totally works. So let's fix those lines. Let's just bring that over here. Cross that over there. Add those together. We've got some weird things happening again. And then the same as this. I'm going to bring that over here. And then I'm going to add those together. And we've got our weird lines again. Or weird pixel points where they don't quite match. And delete all our pixel points. Okay. Now, the last thing I need to do is... actually, I need to go in. I keep saying that. It's so awful. The last thing I need to do. And then I'm like, oh no, I have 50 things more to do. Never mind, world. Never mind. Oh, what am I trying to say? I forget the word. The alignment. The force pixel alignment. The snapping. Snapping is the word. Thank you. Snapping. Get my snapping all perfect. See, that doesn't align. That needed to align. But it's got to, right there. And this one is being... Why is that not aligning so perfectly? Oh, we've got something else down here. Okay. What is that? I've made this way too confusing. Okay, so clearly I did not do that one perfectly, but you know what? It's probably fine because you can only really tell when it's really zoomed in. So I'm just gonna back away slowly, like so. Take off my guides. Say, look at how pretty. Look at how pretty. Hope that doesn't look like a mudslide, even though it kind of looks like a mudslide. It's probably because these don't go quite in the direction they need to. Yeah. Okay, well, let's maybe bring this, not that one, just these one. Nope, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna leave it. There's too much going on here. So the last thing I want to do is do the same thing I did up here. So that is giving all of these a little bit more detail. So let's go on super speed while I do that. Okay, so our weird melty ocean is done. I should say our weird melty isometric ocean is done. So at this point, feel free to build a beach house or a mansion or a boat on top of it, or even under it if you want to play with transparencies, or I should say in the ocean. And yeah, the last thing, and I do actually mean it this time, the last thing I'm going to do is give this beach some sand. And what I mean by that is texture. So I'm going to select everything, go into color, and normally it would be opacity here, but if you click that here, you can give it some noise. Now, not too much noise, because too much gets insane. So maybe like 20% is a good number. So then we've just got a little bit of noisiness in our beach and on our water. And I just really love the look that just like a little bit of noise makes. It's really nice. I like it a lot. So yeah, at this point, finishing touches, make sure that you don't have too many sharp edges, nothing that's super weird. Make sure all your colors are nice and working together. Make sure that if you've got anything that's not flowing as well as it could be, that you go and you fix that, like some of these beachy colors, which maybe are just a little not perfect at the moment. And just, yeah, go back in, make finishing touches, make it as perfect or as imperfect as you want. And I hope that is a fun thing for you to do, and that you learned a little bit more about isometric design. Now, again, this is just like one style of water you can do in isometric illustration, or, illustration in general. There is a lot of different types. I've seen some really cool isometric illustrations where they've done like the Wind Waker water, if you know what that is. It's kind of like foam in it. I'm going to try to do that at some point because it looks really, really cool. But for now, this wibbly wobbly wavy thing, let's call it that, is kind of what I like, because it looks really cool. So yeah, I think we're done. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you want me to do more isometric or affinity tutorials, or Let's Designs in the future, please let me know. And yeah, I think that's it. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.